Check one, two. Checkity, check. All right.
Check.
Screw it. We'll do it live. All right. So we got Dark Galaxies on. We have our dear friend Lisa Chandler. I was sort of waxing philosophical about, we're obviously in this crypto winter, bear market. It's still the beginning, but Jimmy and I actually talk about this off air all the time. Like, we're so excited about this, which is fairly counterintuitive, right? I mean, a lot of people are like, "Oh, my number down, he's sad," blah blah blah. Yeah. Good talk, right? Having gone through, a crypto winter before. At the beginning of the last crypto winter, all I had was what a lot of people have now. It's just despair and, oh my God, everything has gone down to like almost nothing, right? It was, I mean, that was all I knew. And of course, I volunteered for a bunch of projects all the way through the winter and like building up and learning and yada yada yada. And we managed to do some pretty incredible things in the last bull run. Starting out this crypto winter, I'm surrounded by fucking badasses. The entire freaking DAO is going complete. Like, the Uplift DAO is only speeding up, which makes no sense to me. Like, they're doing more amazing things all the time, and it just feels like the starting position for the beginning of this crypto winter is just, I'm really grateful for it. Anyway, I'm gonna boot the game up here so we can actually do some gratitudes. But so we got Dark Galaxies on. Lisa's been yelling at me about what you guys are doing for weeks. It feels like she's super excited. So I'm excited to have you on and sort of figure out, get a little update on what you guys are doing.
Yeah, no, well, we've been, it's such a busy week. We just got nuts this week, and we're releasing lands. I don't know how much you know about our game.
Not enough. Why don't you start at the beginning?
Yeah. Start at the beginning. Wow, that's 3 years ago.
Right? So okay, so you guys started 3 years ago?
About 3 years ago, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
man, I don't know anything other than like Bitcoin and Ethereum that started 3 years ago, and EOS, but whatever.
Curio cards,
right? Curio cards, exactly.
Yeah, we started out as a trading card game, and we've been building that. That's been ticking along quite nicely, and we've recently branched out into mining and planet ownership, and with planet ownership comes land ownership. So we've got mining on planets. We were going to do a land drop an hour ago, but we decided that we're going to pull a pin and hold it back for a day or two.
Okay.
Because we wanted to reward our players for owning land. Because a lot of our landowners or a lot of our planet owners have been here, they're OGs, they've been here for a long time.
Yeah.
And we always said, with planets comes land, and with land you'll get rewarded just for having them. And then we kind of pulled the pin on that and got a bit of kickback from the community, and we went, you know what, they're probably right. And hey, we're not going to claim to know everything and be right every time. So we said, well, look, let's hold the lands back and add the rewards in. And everyone went, yay. So,
I mean, that ultimately, like, I totally agree. Like, when you get some, not everything you're, especially if you're, running everything yourself, like you're not going to get everything right. Like, I just assume that. And if we didn't, as people that run stuff, right, or people that are building anything, if you sort of didn't give in or like bake into your process the fact that you're going to be wrong sometimes, you probably wouldn't decide anything ever. Right? Like,
exactly.
It can be very paralyzing. And then the community is going to let you know if they have a better idea than you. That's great. And ultimately, like, that happens so many times that's why we went to, just a full DAO. Like, now that process is like, oh, you think you have a better idea? The proposal writing thing is right on your computer. You do whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
And it really channels that creative energy in a way that I have been ranting about for 2 months straight. Anyway, so while we got you guys here, let's get you guys some gratitudes up on the wall.
Sure. Oh, what I'm grateful for. Wow. I'm grateful to our community, actually. Our community is awesome. They keep our chats going, and there's such a cool bunch of people. And they just, they inspire us to keep going every day.
Good one. Lisa.
Dean Harry.
Hello.
I'm grateful for Dean Harry, and I just to I don't know, say a testimonial. He's been fabulous. I started playing the game, and he's just been like such a genius game mechanic creator, and he takes all the suggestions from the community like he's just telling you. And so he definitely deserves a gratitude on the wall.
Awesome. Dean, how do I spell your last name so I don't screw that up?
H-A-R-R-Y.
H-A-L-L-Y.
No,
R.
double R-Y.
Double R? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right.
TC says he's grateful for friendship.
Where's TC?
He's in the chat.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's awesome. You actually saw that before I did. I
Yeah.
got you, TC.
I literally just opened it.
Yeah, talk about community. Adding you with brilliant ideas. I get DMs from TC like at least every other day, and it's all at least stuff that's like, hey, keep doing this, or like a better idea. It like TC's a fucking godsend.
Hey, you can DM me too.
No way around it. No, you right there. You go, TC. Now you got to DM Lisa as well.
At least Chandler and Telegram.
You know what? I'm grateful for you guys. Just it's well, Lisa, we were talking yesterday. Had some issues with. This is a bunch of too much information, but it gets to a point that hopefully is relevant. My wife and I have been trying to get pregnant for a long time. It's been a shitty journey. It hasn't been going very well. But we keep sort of finding inspiration to keep trying. And when I say we, mostly I mean me, because her, not me, because my job is pretty fucking easy. But I was talking to we had this doctor's appointment yesterday because we were going to do the show yesterday, and I had to do this doctor's appointment with her. And I'm talking to Lisa afterwards, and she's like, "Man, it'll be amazing to have a little one in your family that we get to introduce to Aunt Lisa or whatever." And it just broke my brain at like if we were to ever get pregnant, the amazing group of people that I would be able to introduce my kid to, just absolute freaking titans in this emerging industry that by the time they're able to really meet Aunt Lisa Chandler or whatever, this whole space is going to be like the internet in 2005 2010, right? Like it's going to be mature at that point. Anyway, it blew my mind. So I'm really grateful for all of you guys.
Go Corey and Babs.
Okay, there it is. Do you guys want to put in another one?
Let me think.
Well, I can think of another one. It came to mind earlier too, which was collabs, whichever one you want, because it's what's bringing us all together, right? Like because of JR's lands, I'm reaching out to old friends, other community leaders and such, and we're able to do something together that's like win-win-win for everyone involved. And so it's like the, I don't know if it's the engine or the fuel, but the car's moving forward when we collab. So it's on my mind.
I like
Very
it.
true. I'm going to say I'm grateful for developers. There's so much talent out there, and what I love about the internet, what I love about the industry we're in is like if I get stuck on something, it takes me less than a day to find somebody to go, hey, I'm stuck on this. Can you help me out? They go, yeah, it's easy. You just do X, Y, Z. I go, of course, that's how you do it. Now, trying to do that 10 years ago,
different story. Hey,
impossible. Completely different world.
Yeah, I agree. All right, I was gonna pull out the Dark Galaxy site here just for shits and giggles. So you guys have been around for 3 years. You were a trading card company. You obviously you're building on Wax.
Yeah.
I haven't messed around with this yet, but I'm going to. So I guess like somebody new coming into Dark Galaxies, what would you suggest was sort of the best sort of introduction to what you guys are doing?
Oh wow, that's a big one. The best way to start would be on our white paper, which I've just rebuilt, and it's getting a lot more extensive. It depends. it depends on what type of person you are, and that's the way we wanted to build the game. Was that if you're into trading card games, we have a trading card game. If you're somebody that just wants to mine, you can just go mine stuff. If you want to start building, corporate structures and be a fuel producer and get into more business sort of stuff, we've got that aspect coming as well. So we're kind of building around a whole lot of different play types.
I feel like that's the future. I've been thinking about that a lot. So we're moving in similar directions, right? Like we've got the play to earn stuff in the actual game, which is half the Upliftium economy. And then we've got, basically passive mining, which is half the Upliftium economy. And that's getting more complex all the time. And that's like a player type. TC and I pretty much fit into that, right? Like we sort of degen out on that stuff. My World DAO proposal, is going to set it up so that every single one of the worlds is going to be its actual own DAO. And complete with its own DAO token, its own governance structure, what have you, budgets, the whole 9 yards, right? So like that sort of business angle is going to be part of this. And yeah, so it's really awesome to see that. So you guys are moving into. I mean, it's big huge banner. Mining is live now. I mean, that's where I'm gonna start. It's like that's
definitely Corey. Start with mining. I'm a huge fan of the mining. Sorry to jump in, but like I'm gonna make a commercial for the mining because that's where I started actually. Is right after the mining line because I'm like, oh, what's this? I mean, obviously I know Alien Worlds really well, so I was like, oh, I wonder what the, how similar, different, or whatever. And it is really different because it's interesting because it's different. It's like similar, but it's different mechanics. And for someone who likes to build games on top of games, like, have community gameplay on top of the games, this is perfect for that. And it's also active mining. It's not passive. And I liked active. I don't like random. I like doing things and having people do things. I mean, not too hard, but it's, you can have your planets and you can click. But each planet has only 10 slots. And so that's different than, here I was thinking I'm going to get 1 million people on my planet. And it's like, oh, wait, no, there's only 10. It's like, oh, well, that's a different strategy, which, how do I get 10 people to always mine? So it's really quite fun. I'm enjoying it.
That's interesting. All right. Well, when you get your planet set up, let me know and I'll maybe.
I even
just looking through the tutorial. I mean, that's really the thing for me is the time. I need to be super efficient because I don't have the brain power to put any more. You know what I mean? Like this is just like I'm gonna look at this just because like I know you guys and like Lisa Chandler walks on water. But generally speaking,
you love this though. Here's what you'll like about it too.
Go on.
So the mining is taking me like 5 minutes a day cumulative, literally. But I look forward to like that 30 seconds when I click because I'm accruing DTF. And what you're gonna love about it is you can go to Alcor and it just hit me. Okay. Anyway.
Sorry. I could how do I resist that? I'm effectively a 13-year-old boy.
You to bring it up. Anyway. So speaking of Procreate, so but you can go to Alcor and convert it to DTX and then go stake that on Taco. And that's the kind of stuff you love. So there's like several elements to it, right? But it's active. You're actually playing for it, even though it doesn't take much time. So I think you'll enjoy it. I just put in the chat too.
And I think that's where that level of having to think through and compete. I mean, ultimately, like TC, is now famous for getting me into mining network, and it's the same kind of thing, right? Like you can't. It's not just fire and forget, like at all. You're sort of competing for hash rate share. It's just like accelerated Bitcoin mining, right? So like you're basically competing for that. And so I think like getting into a situation where I can check in, I know what's going on, but there's like some strategic impetus, some decisions I think it's DTX. TC was just asking if it's DTK.
DTF to DTX.
DTF to DTX. Okay, so DTF.
But when you log
definitely
in,
don't sticker. It's not funny.
I know it. DTM down to mine. No, you have a dashboard when you log in. So when you log in with your Wax and you go to mining, and I put in the chat foglos.com because as soon as I got a planet, I made a website for it so that I could promote it because I wanted to get miner. So that's one. I don't know if I have any more slots there. I have some other planets too. I'll have to find the names for you.
Yeah, if you put it, did you put it in the chat or like put it in the comment on YouTube if you can?
Yeah, Foglos. I think there's room on Foglos. You can check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what you'll love is a feature that we've just added. When you do mining, our mining tools expire, so you get you could get 24 or 12 mine attempts per tool.
Okay.
And then you buy fuel recharge cards to go and recharge them. Now we used to sell those recharge cards, and you could buy them in DTF or you could buy them in Wax. And we went, you know what? We don't want to sell them anymore. We want the players to earn from them. So what we did, we pulled them all off the market, and now we've created fuel refineries. So players can construct a fuel refinery. A fuel refinery will mint the fuel, and they can go and sell the fuel on the market.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
See, this is the way. Like starting to close the loops is something that like we've got a mining sale for Uplift miners on the 2nd, like 2 days from now or whatever.
2 days? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Get ready.
It's going to go on for a while. It's just like we set it up so that the people that get in earlier are just going to get them really, really cheap. There's like 4 different ranges for the price or whatever. So people are incentivized to kind of whale in as much as they can. Anyway, so like the thing that we're doing differently this time, and it really was inspired by mining network, and it seems like you guys are doing the same thing, and this actually makes me wonder about shards potentially as well. But getting to the point where okay, we're gonna sell these things for wax. Obviously, we need to get some runway for the DAO. But after all of those sell out, you're going to be able to buy packs for those pools with Upliftium, right? So it's a situation where you instantaneously you have that capacity to have like a bit of a use case for that. And of course, now our Upliftium NFTs, you can they actually have their own earning pools and stuff too. So, and I think like we're barely scratching the surface. I think of creating, a mining environment that is as complex as it should be. And fun, frankly, right? Like it's still pretty simple on our end. So I'm constantly inspired by like the whole idea that that you had that constraint, and now you've baked that constraint into benefiting the community, because that keeps the whole thing going, right? Like it sort of keeps the engine running.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And like people can sell their fuel in whatever they want. They don't have to sell it in our token. They can sell it for US dollars if they want.
Right.
Completely up to them.
Guys, is there a how-to video for the game? TC's asking.
We've got I think there's a how-to on our Medium from memory. I have to go back and check. There's a how-to video in our Discord.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure of that.
I got a link to the Discord right here. What's up? What's up, Dapper Gents?
Coffee Shop. We're going to be live in Zoom in Lisa's Coffee Shop in 2 hours and 45 minutes, and we might play in there too if you want to watch.
Cool beans. Yeah. Hey, Zolani. Hopefully I said that name correctly. We earn Dark Galaxy's tools by mining, in JR's lands and Alien Worlds game. Woo, woo, woo. This is the Dark Galaxy's Discord if you want to hop in there. Actually, I'm going to hop in there now. Thinking about it.
Yeah, that's this week. Mine at the top of the hour, and if you're one of the first 10, you get the Dark Galaxy tool plus the JR land. Yeah. So.
I want to mention also we kicked off yesterday another special for Alien Worlds holders, where you can blend 2 Alien Worlds common tools and get one of our tools out of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So any Alien Worlds players out there, if you want to come and grab a tool, jump on our site and blend them up.
Make it happen.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's win-win-win for everyone, because when you blend it, you're burning it, which puts more RAM back into the Alien Worlds game. So that's good for that ecosystem. And then to get the tools to produce more over here, that's fabulous. I love it.
That's fun. Dapper Gents is in the comments here. He's awesome. He's done a couple of videos about Uplift, or maybe more at this point. Really, really awesome community. Anyway, TC was saying, "Hey, there you go, new game to review," and looks like Dapper might actually do it. Chan is watching on Instagram. You know what? On Instagram, on LinkedIn. Chan, thank you for being the first commenter from LinkedIn. I've never actually seen a comment from LinkedIn before. Now, Fancy.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm amused by the most entertainingly simple things.
Nerd life.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, this just looks super fancy.
It's fun. You know, the other thing
you watched
too.
that video?
What's that?
Have you watched that trailer video? Next one up. I love that video. I watch it every day.
What's that one?
See, man, I've had stuff for. I'm totally doing that. This is the thing, man. You get a good trailer video together, it makes some freaking waves. Hold on,
Or, like,
I just have to
video.
get to where I can share the audio on the tab here. Let's check this out. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, Chan's asking which game engine. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about NFT game trailers. They're not actually games. Not like, you know, you're not playing in this. This trailer is an amazing way to bake in. And please tell me if I'm wrong, Dean.
It's
you know,
more.
It's a way to bake in imagination so that when you're playing the you know, sort of the NFT card game, you sort of have some context, right? I mean, Alien Worlds has kind of done this too, right? Like Alien Worlds, the you know, trailers or videos or whatever are sort of there to spark the imagination. Expansion did the same thing, right? Expansion has you know, a video that looks like it's the most amazing video game in the world, and it's really just an NFT card game, right? Again, not to limit it, you know, or to take anything away from the fact that, like, I totally want to, like, you know, run headlong into that world, because that video is fucking awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? The card game is pretty cool. They have a card game interface that does look pretty cool, though. It's like beyond our normal stuff we look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
Even just looking through the site, there's tons going on.
You know what, though? My single favorite part, if you own a planet, let's say you have a planet and you go to planets, every day you claim the DTF for that planet. And if you don't claim it, you don't get it. But that's the DTF that your miners on that planet are mining for. And I love that. Talk about full circle. And just to, like, make sure to go back and get as much as possible is, like, amazing, right? So that's my favorite part.
For sure. Yeah, I actually just clicked on the actual game thing here, and it's like made it from Unity, and this is like going crazy over here.
Yeah, I know everyone wants.
I'm gonna have to jump in and figure this stuff out for sure. Yeah,
I know probably 50 people that want a game like that. If you could be in the game business, we'd be in good shape.
For sure.
Yeah,
but it's, every day I see them working on it. It's, you know, a lot of work.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and even like to be going into, you know, the downturn in the market or whatever, with a community that's still super excited, and you guys are still releasing, you know, updates and making things happen and stuff. I think it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
well, we remember.
We're still working hard.
Sorry, what's that, Dean?
We're still working hard.
There you go. Right.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. So you were saying, land is the next thing to come up. Can you guys, give us a bit of a description about, what's coming out with that? What's going to change for you guys when you launch that?
Yeah, land is the first tip of the spear for us. So there's going to be a lot happening around land. The first thing coming out of land, I can't say too much because we haven't put a lot out there yet.
Okay.
But the first thing with land is what you need to be able to build a refinery. And we've got a lot of lore tied into everything we do. We've got a 7-book series that goes along with our entire ecosystem.
You have a book series?
Yeah, we've got 7 books.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention.
Yeah. You can buy them on Amazon. Well, you can buy the first 3. I'm still proofreading number 4.
That's really cool, man. Talk about lore. That's freaking lore right there.
Yeah, don't tell me you can't produce and sell things in this space. Look at that,
Yeah. But yeah, the lands are what's going to be needed to build things on. So the first thing building is a fuel refinery. So our players can start minting fuel. Then we'll start we're releasing membership cards. So the membership cards, if you follow our lore story, the membership cards are owned by the Galactic Miners Guild. And the Galactic Miners Guild are at war with the mining corporations and the fuel producers, and they've decided that they're going to take over the fuel production and regulate who can mint what fuel. So as being a member of the Galactic Miners Guild, either a bronze, silver, or gold member, will determine how many refineries you can build on your land.
Okay.
Which in turn will limit how much fuel you can produce, which again will limit how much you can sell. But then after fuel refineries, we're going to have like a space academy. We're going to have shipbuilding yards. We've got a lot of stuff coming that I can't detail too much about because it's not locked in concrete yet.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Thanks for telling us as much as you can.
It sounds so fun.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It sounds cool.
I want them all. Did you catch that universal domination in the video? I'm like, oh wait, I've been saying world domination. I need to step it up.
Exactly. World domination. Who cares about a single planet anymore?
Well, what's so fascinating too is got me thinking dark galaxies. I'm like, wait, I have several planets. I actually have my own galaxy that way, right? And then I'm like, wait, in my galaxy, I can have other things too. It allows us to play like we're a game, even if we're not building a game, right? I mean, I'm sure it's cost a lot of money to build the game, right? But I can benefit from what you've done, just with Alien Worlds, how we do mining events, and now we can combine them for the synergy. It's a really good time for community games, I have to say. The players, this is a good time for us. Yeah.
Very
definitely
true.
Explore and experiment. And it doesn't cost any money. I mean, literally any of these, several friends I've invited to play and sent some tools, but it literally doesn't cost them any money. So that's my kind of game, where you can build a galaxy without spending it. I like that. Now you can spend money, and some of us do, but to me, it's like JR said in his interview, you're taking tokens and moving them from here and there and around, and coming up with a strategy. Are you going to do this or that with them? Are you going to stake them? Or are you going to, sell them and buy more stuff? Or are you going to use them to trade? These are all different play strategies. Each person and each game, a person could have a different strategy for different games. So,
right. So how do you get planets?
Planets. The only way to get planet right now are on the secondary market.
It's kind of like buying land, but you're basically buying a planet.
Your son can give them to you too. A lot of people do that.
Yeah,
I think I paid $30.
Yeah, we had our planet sale end of last year, and we sold that out. We had 2,400 planets.
Got it.
We sold them out. We said, well, we're not going to mint anymore. So whatever's out there is out there.
Cool.
And you can pick them up on the market now relatively cheap. I think they're only about $30.
Yeah, I think I paid 30. It was like 2,400 of them are out there, I think. Is that right?
In total, yeah.
Total, yeah.
Yeah, but they haven't all been minted yet. There's still some sitting in packs. There's still some sitting in redeemable tokens. So they're not even all taken yet.
Got it. They will be.
Right. So I Can't Spell is asking when orbital defense card sale. Also, what is an orbital defense card?
I Can't Spell. He's a legend on our Discord. He's the chief everything officer on our Discord. Really good guy. Cool. Orbital defense cards. Orbital defense cards, I Can't Spell, are actually going to be your character cards. So you'll build character decks, and then you will put them against defense slots, which are allocated to a planet, and then people will come and attack those defense slots and get rewarded for winning and all that kind of stuff. That's the trading card side of things.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had some random stuff start playing in my ear. So what benefits does being a landowner give? And I think you kind of touched on this, just in case to see if I was listening appropriately. So basically, like if you have land, you could build a fuel refinery on that, and or multiple if you have some other stuff, and then you could basically start minting fuel, and that fuel is how you recharge your miners, and obviously miners is how you mine.
Yeah. Plus the other stuff we have coming for planets. For landowners, building shipyards, building academies, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Or if you're a planet owner, we're giving our planet owners 10 free lands. So everyone that has a planet will get 10 free lands per planet. And if they don't want to use them all, they can go sell them.
Awesome. There you go.
Put them on the market, make some money out of them.
Do it up, Buttercup.
And the first thing is you are putting DTF into a system for people to mine by owning the planet, right? So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. David's running over to the market after this to see what's available.
There's no land out there yet. Another benefit for landowners, which I should mention, which we've only just put back in today, is every plot of land that is staked will earn a daily DTX reward. So yeah, so you can now passively earn simply by holding land.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. Our the Uplift land NFTs actually just got some Upliftian pools, sort of the cool. Same kind of deal. And again, it just sort of reduces velocity, right? Like at the very least, you have some benefit to just holding them. I Can't Spell. It's got 48 planets.
Yeah.
So he's talking about defending them. How are you like attacking or defending planets?
Each planet will have 10 defense slots. So it's similar to mining, except it's more card-based play. So a planet owner, or even anyone, can come and say, okay, I have a character deck which I think is pretty strong. I will help you defend your planet, or I'll put it on my planet and defend it, and stake it to a planet slot. And then an attacker will come along and go, let's go and make a nice chunk of change here. They'll go searching out these defenders, and they can attack them. And then our AI will pick up the defender's deck and play against the player that's attacking, and the winner will get rewarded in DTX. And the planet owner will get a percentage of that reward.
There you go. Yeah, so I mean that's the actual the card game play. I love that you guys have that metric, and it sounds like that. I mean, you guys started there, right? Like you basically have that mechanic from the very beginning, and there's a whole community of people that just live and die by that shit. So then adding in all these other metrics that we've started to learn about, whether it's like land or NFT staking or benefiting people in different token arcs or whatever. That's kind of fun, man. Like it seems like it's a really rich ecosystem.
Yeah, it's got so many different elements to it, and we just keep building on them. I think it's going to get to a point where I just start confusing myself. We've got so much going on.
Absolutely.
You get to actually, as a player, you get to say, what would I do if I had my own planet? And the rest is like, like a player can make a video like that, kind of, you know, you can go to Canva and get a free account and do something. Like we can make whatever we want. It's up to our imagination, and the opportunity abounds. And you know, hundreds of people have said, oh, I wish I was around in the beginning of Alien Worlds, or I wish I was around before the whatever, you know. Welcome. This is the kind of time it feels like. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, get creative. It's a good time to experiment. You know, you can mint NFTs on, and then say, if this, that, you know, give them, if you have this, if you do this mining, if you know, they have now, you can see if you're mining in dark galaxies, you can give rewards to your miners. Like, you know, there's a lot that the players can do if they want to be creative. And obviously the players can go into the community chats and get ideas and support from other players too. So like you just saw people showing up with comments who are fellow players and
right
in those games. Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah.
Speaking of fellow players, we should say happy birthday to Xander today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Xander.
Yeah, you may see him in Twitch, in both our Galaxies and Alien Worlds Twitch, and
Yes.
he's around in the chats every day. And I know he's celebrating his birthday publicly, so thank you for everything for all of us, Xander.
I can't spell with another fun question. Is DG financially stable enough to survive the bear market, which can last another year or two? Definitely think too. But it seems like you guys, and this is where sorry, I'm just gonna like jump in here a little bit. Like the NFT in the gaming industry doesn't care about the price of Bitcoin, right? So and you guys have already had that ecosystem that you were in before all of this stuff, right? So like while this bear market is gonna suck for cryptos, you know, generally speaking, like very generally speaking, I think as you know, fully functioning games and communities, we're gonna have the ability to market to, you know, no coiners or whatever, and be able to create revenue. Anyway, so I'll let you answer the question though. I just wanted to say like I think we're already in a better position than sort of like other crypto companies normally. But how are you guys positioned for the winter?
Yeah, look, we're doing okay. As I said, we've been around 3 years.
Right.
I've been in crypto, I think, since about 2016, 2017. So everyone goes, "Oh, we're in a bear market. It's all going to crap." I'm like, "Hang on, Bitcoin's over 20,000.
Right.
This is not a bear market." Yeah, go back to 2019. That's a bear market.
Yeah, man. Yeah. 2018. I mean, that was like that 2018, 2019 was my first bear market too. I came in 2016 as well. Yeah. And boy. Yeah. And really, like, we might see more downside, right? Like we on the Bitcoin side, like we might. But I mean, it's not going to really change anything that we're doing, right? Like we're just going to keep on building and keep iterating, and keep having a blast.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's a good reason to play for tokens instead of putting in cash for tokens, because then you're always in a good mood, as you've heard me say before.
Yeehaw. Playing for the win.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there was a game, I think Dragon's Valley just announced they're shutting down yesterday or this week or something. Coneman brought it up in the Conelandia chat. And yeah, you can go see in their post and everything about it, and they just can't afford, you know, to stay alive. There's like 217,000 cards, I think, and a lot of them are stickers, but you could theoretically, you know, create a game and drop to those players on top of it and give them a chance. But you know, it's interesting to think about those things, but it's a shame, you know, when they have to disappear because they have to spend money on development. But again, another good reason to not spend money if we don't have to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I can't spell it. He's basically on the same page. I hope BTC goes down more. My question was more in relation to me seeing other NFT projects give up because their funds drought. If you ask me, I want to see BTC at 5,000. Yeehaw, crazy bastard.
At least for a day.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and this is the thing. Like, you know, I've been saying this the whole time. Like, if it's got more downside, like the sooner you do it, the better. Just rock and roll, right? Like, it's all temporary. And you know, to your point, Lisa, like you're playing or you know, even building or whatever. And TC actually said this is playing is more fun than looking at the charts. And as a recovering trader, I can tell you that's just real. This is way more fun. between building and playing to get through this and just stack stuff, right? And to learn new stuff and connect with people and you know, there's a lot of value there.
True.
And testings, yeah, imagine and testing. And by the way, everyone is eager to hear, since I offered some tools potentially in the chats, but about the history. I don't know, Dean, it's up to you. Do you want to talk about your history?
My history, it's a long and sordid past. Oh, you mean in the NFT world? Sorry, right.
Yeah, well, especially in relation to Alien World.
Yeah,
we
look,
have that in common.
I don't say a lot about it because I've done a lot more than just I used to be in Alien Worlds. I've done a lot more than that. I was helping the Alien Worlds guys out when they lost their front end developer. If you remember their old platform, not the new platform, I was maintaining that for them and doing updates on that for them for about it's probably about 9 months. We did that while they were building their new one, so kind of got my hands dirty in that one. So it was good fun. Good bunch of people.
When I got there, there weren't very many people. I think there was like 5 people at Alien Worlds or something. Right. But I had heard about Dean that, you know, he got the first game going. So we had that history and lore in common. So
that was fun times.
Fun times.
That's the history. So we'll see if anyone posts their WAM in the chats with that. Yeah. We'll see. I have a few tools in my wallet.
Make it happen.
I lost all my Alien Worlds tools 2 weeks ago. Still devastated about that.
It
was a stupid thing. I swear to God, don't get on your computer before you've at least had a coffee and a half in the morning.
I mean, that's just good advice. I mean, that's solid advice right there.
What did you do?
I got up one morning and I saw this. I can't remember. It was Discord announcement for a project I'm in. I looked at it. I went, "Oh, they're giving me free shit. That's great. Yep, all right." Click. As soon as I clicked it, I'm like, "Oh no, this is bad."
Oh no! Don't do it. It gets everyone. It's so brutal, man.
I saw that in the chat. Yeah, that's okay. Well, everyone send Dean a tool to make it up. What did you lose? Do you know?
I didn't have a lot. I can't even remember the name of half of them. It's I don't know. The scammers. It was a stupid contract because they didn't take everything. They took about a dozen, maybe a dozen and a half of my NFTs. They left some good stuff there. They took some good stuff. They left some shit. They took some shit, and they took all my wax that I had in there, which was probably the biggest pain in the ass. But, it wasn't my big account, which was good.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I saw it. Hydropone NFT Insider was commenting about that again, and like just tell everyone in this space. There's 10 people listening. Tell everyone in this space. Yeah. Don't fucking click links in Discord, like in DMs. Just don't ever do it.
Or Telegram or Twitter. Don't. None of that's true.
Go to the source, right?
And go ask one of us. Go to one of the admins in the chat and ask for something.
Do it.
Yeah.
I've almost got nailed a couple times doing that. Like the Wax Cloud wallet froze, and that's the only thing that saved me.
Yeah.
Right. Like this was really, really early on, but like it's just proof that, like, you know, even if you've been around in the space, and drink more coffee. Those are the 2 biggest pieces of advice. Tell all your friends not to click random fucking links ever. If you drain your account, be as terrified of that as you can be, and drink lots of coffee.
Yes.
Just continue.
Yes.
Speaking of which,
if you, I just am putting in the chat the Telegram for Dark Galaxies. If you put your WAM in there, I'm sure some of us will go find out what you lost and send you some stuff. So
there you go.
Yeah, there's definitely fake Lisas out there. I'm at Lisa Chandler, and ask any of the game admins if you have a question of if it's really me or not. But most people I have a chat history with. But if your chat history disappears, you're talking to the wrong person. So
yeah,
yeah. Always check accounts before you send NFTs. Like, make sure they have like a legit looking account. Go to Atomic Hub and type it in and search, and
Yeah.
For
No,
sure.
after that, it's actually turned off DMs in Discord. I said, no, if you're not my friend, I don't want to hear from you.
Yeah, no, that's Tuttle actually had me do that real early on because
Oh,
she's smarter than me.
well, yeah. You're easy enough to find. It's,
Yeah,
Yeah.
TC had a fake me send him something,
yeah.
right? It's just people are dicks
Mm.
sometimes, so you gotta be careful.
Well,
with
you
that stuff.
know, the way they might be hungry, they might be trying to feed their families, and they might not know a better way. So the more we create games and talk about it, I think the more people are going to go play games instead of scam people. So that's what I'm hoping anyway. But you know, I sort of live in a fairy and flower universe.
So
You
that's a
do,
very,
but
very optimistic point of view.
we love you for that. You know, it's always possible. It's always a possibility. Anyway, so I gotta run here, guys, because I'm sort of knee deep in moving. I actually have to disconnect my internet right after this call. But I'm really happy we got a chance to do that. And Dean, come back anytime, like that. Like anytime you want to
for sure.
come and announce stuff for lands dropping or whatever. You know, you're more than welcome to come back
Well,
anytime.
and you know what we need to do is brainstorm his builds in the Uplift world because he wants to build the galaxies out or something in there, and we
Yes.
need to brainstorm that. So next time we come back or he comes back, that should definitely be on the list. Is brainstorming and
Well,
throwing in.
people could be picking up
sure.
land and making little builds for planets and whitelisting
Definitely.
whitelist the top
Absolutely.
7 or 8 miners from your planets, and you know, there's tons of stuff we can do. It'll get
Yeah, yeah,
especially
for
once
sure.
we move over on a mine test where we can do literally whatever the hell we want.
Nice.
We're there.
I like it. Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. We're gonna be baking in like every single time we didn't bake a Web3 thing into the client of Minecraft. I mean, that's like we're on the right side of everything Mojang said because we didn't do a whole lot of fun things. Now we're porting over to this mine testing, which is open source. We're gonna riddle that thing with every Web3 thing we can think of, which is gonna be a lot of fun. Anyway, Dean, thank you for coming on.
Anyone who wants to keep chatting, go to At Lisa's Coffee Shop and Telegram. We'll be on Zoom in 2 hours, and we can keep talking.
Cool beans.
We'll play live.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Nice.
Love you.
Ciao.
Bye.